The original fortress of Louisbourg was built to protect France's interests in the New World. It served not only as the capital of the French colony of Ile Royale, but also acted as the first line of defense for France in its struggle against Great Britain for colonial supremacy in North America. Construction was begun in 1719, and the decision was made to name the community Louisbourg after King Louis XV. Completed in 1744, the fortress endured 2 British sieges in 1745 and in 1758. The British military captured the fortress in the Siege of 58 and eventually blew up the fortifications in 1760 and 61. 200 years later, in 1961, the Government of Canada undertook a historical reconstruction of 1/4 of the town and fortifications, with the aim being to recreate Louisbourg as it would have been at its height in the 1740s. The archaeological excavation and restoration would last 20 years. The reconstruction was aided by unemployed coal miners from the Cape Breton area, many of whom learned 18th century French masonry techniques and other skills to recreate an accurate replica. Where possible, many of the original stones were used in the reconstruction. Today, the entire site of the Fortress of Louisbourg, the largest reconstruction in North America, has been designated a National Historic Site, with guided and unguided tours, weapons demonstrations, and period cooking. The fortress offers a unique window into our past and our 18th century colonial history. Each summer, dozens of men, women, and children become the town's residents of the summer of 1744. Period homes, buildings, and exhibits line the central streets and the busy waterfront. The residents enact the full range of society, from the leisurely activities of the rich to the hard physical labor of the poor. You'll see musicians, soldiers, merchants, vendors, bakers, servants, and fishermen. The Hôtel de la Marine is one of the authentic period restaurants available at the Fortress of Louisbourg site. Each serves traditional 18th century French food, tailored to a different social class. The Hôtel de la Marine was for the lower middle class. Food is basic and served at communal tables. On the menu the day we went were cod and turkey pie, both served with carrots, bread baked on site, and tea. Each diner was given a large linen napkin to be worn like a bib, and a heavy spoon which was used for cutting and eating.
What they would have paid to have, but even before, see, our medical is based on, every province is different. British Columbia, ours is based on.
Were you having dessert, sir?
And the highest you can pay is 80 a month. So is it the higher your income, the more you pay? But the most you'll pay, I think, is 80.
Surrounded by ramparts, the King's Bastion is a fort within a fortress. The King's Bastion Barracks is the largest building on the site, and its day was one of the largest buildings in North America. The Fortress of Louisbourg itself was the 4th busiest port in North America at its heyday. I should say one of the things I appreciated most about the residents was while they were in period costume and their historical knowledge was deep and impressive, they spoke plainly. In other words, no fake 18th century mannerisms and no overacting on their part. The Fortress of Louisbourg opens June 1st each year. We visited not long afterwards, before peak tourist season begins in Nova Scotia. And while it was a little raw and blustery by the end of the day, it was a fantastic place to visit. Off the beaten path, yes, but the sheer scale of the place ensures there's enough to do and see to make the 5-hour drive from Halifax worthwhile. We were truly amazed at how big the site was, and when the fog began rolling in, with so few other visitors around, it only added to the timeless feel of the place.
night.
You too.